When people take to the streets in Iran during a crisis, it is rarely seen as a sudden outburst of anger. Because protest in Iran is not just a street reaction. Dissent is not outside the system, it sits at the very center of it. The Islamic Republic of Iran was founded in 1979 through a revolution. From the beginning, the system was built on popular resistance against authority. That is why protest in Iran is not an anomaly, it is a built-in reflex. The state's own rhetoric reinforces this idea. Resistance is presented not only as a foreign policy principle, but also as a moral position at home. Opposing oppressive power is not framed as chaos, but as doing the right thing. So when people protest in Iran, they do not see themselves as destroying order. They see themselves as trying to restore it. The issue is not only economic hardship or personal freedoms. People take to the streets when they believe the state has betrayed its own claims. The conflict is not with the existence of the regime, but with how it behaves. That is why protests in Iran rarely begin with the demand to overthrow the system. They begin with a simpler feeling: the system is contradicting itself. This explains a crucial point. Protest in Iran is not an external threat, it is an internal challenge. To understand this pattern, we must look not at today, but centuries back. This is not primarily a religious story. It is a story of power, identity, and legitimacy. Iran's culture of dissent did not emerge spontaneously. At a certain point, it was shaped by the state itself. Over time, Shiism in Iran became more than a religious sect. It shaped law, daily life, and personal identity. Faith moved from the private sphere to the center of social order. This transformation set Iran apart culturally from its neighbors. As time passed, this identity hardened. Religious scholars gained power. Authority became increasingly sectarian. Minority communities were pushed to the margins. The issue was no longer belief, but control over identity. Shiite identity became permanent. Clerics were no longer only religious figures, they became political actors. This created deep social tension. The division between us and them sharpened. Many people conformed outwardly without fully believing inwardly. A gap formed between appearance and reality. Identity was imposed from above, but never fully internalized. The turning point came in 1501. When Shiism was declared the official religion of the state. This decision did not come from society. It was enforced by power. Opposition was crushed. Society was reshaped. From that moment on, identity became a political tool, and this structure did not disappear. The state positioned itself as the guardian of truth. That mindset endured. Modern dissent in Iran is rooted in this legacy. Today's tensions are not sudden, they are the result of decisions made centuries ago. Identity was constructed by the state, but the state was not the only force keeping it alive. Iran has never had a truly absolute state. Religion and government evolved together, but never fully merged. Clerics did more than preach. They interpreted law, regulated daily life, and defined moral boundaries. For many people, the ultimate authority was not the state, it was religious leadership. When the state weakened, people turned not to institutions, but to clerics. Authority in Iran was built not only from the top down, but also from the bottom up. After 1979, the revolution did not destroy the state, it restructured it. Power was not allowed to concentrate in one place. The state continued to govern, but it did not define its own limits. Elections, parliament, ministries, a modern state remained. Above it stood a supervisory layer of religious authority. Destroying the state entirely would have created chaos, and chaos would have weakened religious authority itself. So the goal was not elimination, but constant oversight. The result was neither a pure theocracy nor a secular republic. It became a state surrounded by religion. This structure made the system resilient and permanently tense. That duality explains why crises never end, but collapse never comes. Repression in Iran is often described as a deviation. In reality, it is a survival mechanism. After 1979, power was fragmented by design. It appeared divided, but was held together by invisible connections. Concentrated power becomes a target. Fragmented power becomes difficult to attack. Every institution existed. None was strong enough alone. No one could overthrow the system individually. Everyone monitored everyone else. The regime never saw itself as a normal state. It saw itself as a revolution under constant threat. This mindset turned repression from a temporary tool into a permanent governing method. Power remained intentionally opaque. Who decides? Who is responsible? Where does authority end? The lack of clear answers.